Myself Jaya Ambore, Assistant Professor, Dr. Rajendra Gode College of Pharmacy, Malkapur. Today I will discuss about the next portion of chapter size reduction. Previously, we will discuss about the meaning of size reduction, various method of size reduction, objective of size reduction, and disadvantages of size reduction. We all know that the meaning of size reduction is when we have the larger compound, we need to convert into fine compound for the preparation of varieties of dosage form. It means size reduction, it is a technique or process in which the larger molecule get converted into smaller molecule with the application of mechanical force or mechanical method. It is called as size reduction. But the size reduction takes place with the help of four ways such as cutting, compression, impact and attenuation. We all know that is cutting. It is a mechanism or way of size reduction which is take place with the help of sharp blades. Compression, it is take place with the help of high pressure. Impact, it is take place by increasing the length of flaws which is present in a particles, and attrition, it is take place with the help of rubbing of molecule from each other. It is all four mechanism of size reduction, and it is take place or it is take place with the help of application of varieties of instrument or mill. Now let's see the one by one. Now cutting, it is the first mechanism of size reduction. A cutting, it is a name implies that the material is cut by means of sharp blade or nibs. It is useful for the grinding of fibrous or waxy solid. For example, I have licorice or I have the ginger, but I need to convert into smaller pieces. I use the sharp blades or nib for their size reduction. For example, the size reduction of such a material, it is take place with the help of cutter mill. The diagrammatical representation shown that suppose I have the larger substance, it is before the milling. I put this larger material into cutter mill, which is consist the large blades or it is consist the sharp blades. Now cutter mill cut the larger pieces into smaller pieces and we obtain the small substance. It is called as the after the milling. The diagrammatical representation in which the orange shade compound, it is considered as a larger substance. It is put in a cutter mill consisting the blade. We obtain the smaller droplet like structure, a smaller molecule of substance called as the small particle after the milling. It is called as the cutting. Next mechanism of size reduction is compression. In this material, it is cut by application of pressure. For example, roller wheel. In diagrammatical representation, we have the largest substance considered as a before the milling. We put this material in an edge roller mill. It is considered two roller, and due to the compression or due to the pressure, the material get converted into smaller substance. It is called as the compression. It means the compression, it is a mechanism of size reduction. It is the applicable by using the pressure and in which the material crush and we obtain the smaller pieces. Next, that is the next mechanism of size reduction is impact. That is impact, it is produced by application of one-sided pressure or continuously pressure on the particle. Suppose I have the material which is consists the fine line in their structure and I apply the pressure on a fine line. The fine lines or flaws, it is converted into crack. Again I apply the pressure on a crack. Due to the continuously applying on a pressure on a crack, the crack get converted into the cleavage, and this type of mechanism of size reduction, it is called as the impact. Suppose in diagrammatical representation, we have the unmilled particle with flaws. We apply the impact as a mechanism, and due to this impact, the flaws get converted into crack. Again I apply the pressure on a crack, and the crack length get increases and cleavage of particle take place, and this cleavage of particle considered as a smaller pieces. Now this type of mechanism, it is used in hammer mill. Now next and last mechanism of size reduction is attrition. In the attrition, the material is subjected to pressure as a compression, but the surface are moving relative to each other and resulting the shear force which break the particle. Suppose I have the unmilled particle and I continuously rub the particle to each other. Due to the continuously rubbing the particle to each other, the shear force gets generated, and this shear force are converted the particle into smaller pieces due to the breakage of edging of this particle, and this type of edges break, it is considered as a smaller pieces, and this type of mechanism it is called as the attration. These are the four mechanism of attration. First, it is called as the cutting. It is take place with the help of scissor. It is take place with the help of sharp blades or nib by using the mill, for example, cutter mill. It is useful for the fibrous nature substance, or it is useful for the waxy solid. Again, next mechanism, it is a compression. Compression, it is take place with the help of both sided pressure or high pressure by crushing the particle in between the two rollers. For example, roller mill, it is a example of compression or crushing. And next, it is a impact. It is a impact in which the increasing the flaws length into the crack, again increasing the crack length into the smaller pieces or cleavage of particle, and this type of mechanism it is used in a mill called as the hammer mill. Again, it is useful for the harder substance or tough substance. Next, it is attration, that is a continuously rubbing of particle to each other, and due to this shear force generated, and this type of force it is responsible for the edges breaking of particle and size reduction it is take place. It is used in a ball mill, and again it is useful for the tough substance. It is also useful for the ophthalmic preparation of drug. These all four mechanism of size reduction. Thank you for listening me. In next lecture we will discuss about the next portion of size reduction chapter, that is the varieties of law governing on a size reduction, and again the remaining portion like mills useful for the size reduction. Thank you.